Well, I grew up in Winter Park, Florida, actually right down the block from the office, right off of Park Avenue. It's very nice growing up in Winter Park. Had a lot of great friends here, developed a lot of relationships that still exist to this day. And like I said, it's a really fun place to grow up, very unique. We've got great outdoor sports here. Grew up on the lakes. Grew up fishing and water skiing on the lakes. Grew up going over to the intercoastal, red fishing on the lagoon. Grew up quail hunting in North Florida and South Georgia. It's just a great place to be. I think Florida is probably the best state you can be in the country. And when you get into the University of Virginia, you go to the University of Virginia because it's one of the best schools in the South. I studied history. I just think it's a fascinating subject. It's interesting to learn about how people did things in the past. And one thing you learn is they really didn't do things that differently than we do now. Technology changed for the most part. But I feel we live in a great country that respects principle that every single person in this country has value and is important. And I believe that the framers of our Constitution, many of whom are from Virginia, one of whom founded my university, believed in that rule. And we created a republic in that image, and I think it's the best. I studied primarily European history and U.S. history. After the University of Virginia, I went to graduate school for my degree in economic history, and I did that in England, and that was a really interesting experience. The Prince of Wales puts together a bursary program for American scholars to go to England to study. I was fortunate enough to win one of those awards. I got to work with a lot of very intelligent and interesting people, and it was a growing experience for me. In between law school and undergrad, I had an opportunity to go to Cambridge University in England. It's a great place. It's it's old England. It's very hoity-toity. If I was there and living in a medieval college, studying every day, it was a wonderful experience. It was a serious academic environment, but at the same time, I got to meet people from all over the world, hear what they have to say about themselves and their country and their politics and how they view the world. And it was very eye-opening. But when it was over, I was glad to come back to the United States, the good old USA. I decided that I was going to be an attorney when I was about 28 years old. I came a little late to the profession. Prior to that, I had been working in a law firm as an economist. I worked at a large law firm in Washington, D.C. in the banking department, and I assisted the lawyers and the economists in the group in putting together bank mergers. We put together some very large mergers. At that time, it was really commercial bank merger mania was going on. So we worked with some of the biggest commercial banks in the country. We would deal with all of the bank regulators in Washington, D.C., the comptroller of the currency, the Federal Reserve Board, the FDIC. I enjoyed my time in Washington, D.C., but I felt that I really wanted to go and explore the idea of becoming a lawyer, as it would be an interesting career, but also give me a chance to move back to the state of Florida. And some people ask me why I went to the University of Mississippi for law school, Ole Miss. Well, generally, if they're asking me that question, they've never been to Oxford, Mississippi. Because once you go there, you can never leave. It's a great place. It's a great school. They have a very strong litigation focus at that school. All the professors at Ole Miss had been seasoned lawyers in their own right before they started teaching their students. I felt like I came out of there when I started practicing with my dad, and I didn't know virtually anything, just like every other lawyer that starts to practice. It's a very practically focused legal education there. For instance, you're not going to be taking the law of the ocean. You're going to be taking civil procedure, evidence, torts, contracts, trial procedure, trial prep, appellate procedure, appellate work. So it's a very, very practical driven legal education. I felt like I really benefited from it.